Don't buy the HyperX Clutch Wireless until you watch this video. I'm about to save you money and a whole lot of frustration. If you're looking for a wireless controller for your phone or PC gaming, this seems like a perfect fit on paper. But here's what surprised me after weeks of testing. This controller has some fundamental, deal-breaking flaws that HyperX isn't telling you about. Therefore, you need to see this honest review before you even think about clicking Add to Cart. For the best price on what I actually recommend, click the link in the description. Let's get this out of the way right now. The HyperX Clutch Wireless is not a bad controller. In fact, for the first hour I was pretty impressed. The box says it all. Wireless via RF or Bluetooth, a detachable phone clip, standard layout, works with PC and Android rechargeable battery. It sounds like the Swiss Army knife of controllers, ready for cloud gaming, mobile games, or PC sessions. But then the problems started creeping in, and they weren't little quirks. They were the kind of issues that make you want to throw the controller, but then you remember you spent money on it, so you just sigh deeply instead. That's our first joke, by the way. Consider it a warning. Let's do a quick deep dive on what this controller promises. It's priced in that competitive mid-range bracket, sitting around other big names. On Amazon, it holds a rating, but you have to dig into the renewed program details. This is often sold as a refurbished product, meaning it's been inspected to work and look like new. That's important. Is the problem the controller, or is it the refurbished process? Therefore, I tested a brand new unit to be sure. The design is sleek. It feels decently solid in the hands, and that phone clip. It's actually one of the better designed clips I've used. It's sturdy and holds your phone securely without feeling like it's going to snap. For a minute I thought I'd found a hidden gem, but then came the connectivity carnival. This controller offers 3 ways to connect: a 2.4 GHz RF dongle, Bluetooth, and wired USB. Versatility is its biggest selling point. Therefore, you'd expect all 3 to work flawlessly. They do not. The RF connection is the most reliable, offering near-instant pairing with the included dongle, perfect for PC. But switch to Bluetooth for your phone, and the latency becomes noticeable. We're talking a split-second delay that makes competitive gaming feel like you're moving through syrup. In a fast-paced shooter or a precision platformer, that delay is the difference between victory and a very angry uninstall. It's like your character has suddenly decided to contemplate the meaning of life before jumping. That's joke number 2. The real kicker, however, is the button layout. They call it standard, and it is mostly. But the face buttons, the A, B, X, Y, have a mushy, unsatisfying travel to them. There's no crisp click or tactile feedback. It feels vague. In a tense gaming moment, you need to know you've pressed a button. With the Clutch Wireless, you often have to press harder or wonder if the input even registered. The triggers and bumpers are better, but they're overshadowed by this central flaw. Therefore, for any game requiring rapid face button taps, this controller will hold you back. It's a fundamental issue you can't fix with software. Let's talk about that detachable phone clip, the star of the marketing. It is genuinely good. It clamps on securely and has a nice flexible arm. But here's the contrarian snapback. Attaching your phone makes the entire unit incredibly top-heavy and unbalanced. Your hands are low, holding the lightweight controller, and the ergonomics fall apart. The controller itself is quite light, which is nice, but add a modern smartphone and the whole unit becomes top-heavy and awkward. Your hands are forced into an unnatural, strained position to counterbalance the weight. After 20 minutes, my wrists were complaining louder than my teammates in voice chat. It's designed for functionality, not for comfort over a long gaming session. Now, the battery life. HyperX promises extended gaming sessions. On a full charge, I got about 18 hours of use, which is actually pretty good. No major complaints there. But here's the twist. There's no on-controller battery indicator. None. Not even a simple LED system. You are flying blind. The only way to check the battery is to connect it to the companion software on a PC or wait for it to die mid-game. In 2024, that's an absurd omission. It's like driving a car with a gas gauge that only works when you're in the garage. Therefore, you're constantly paranoid, wondering if this is the moment it'll give up. For a wireless device, this is a huge oversight. We need to address the Amazon renewed angle. The product description clearly states this is often sold as a pre-owned or refurbished unit. That Amazon renewed guarantee is good, but it speaks volumes. Why are so many of these being returned or traded in? After my testing, I have a theory. People buy it for the feature list, encounter the mushy buttons and Bluetooth latency, and send it right back. Therefore, if you're considering a renewed one to save a few bucks, you might be inheriting someone else's exactly this frustrating experience. The top reviews on Amazon often highlight these very issues: connectivity drops, button feel, comfort with a phone attached. The consensus is hiding in plain sight. So is there anything good? Yes. The build quality, aside from the buttons, is solid. The textured grips are nice. The RF dongle connection is rock solid for PC gaming. And that phone clip, while creating an ergonomic nightmare, is mechanically well made. If this controller was priced as a budget option, these flaws might be forgivable. But it's not. It's positioned as a premium mobile PC hybrid. Therefore, it's competing with the best, and it simply doesn't have the polish. Using it feels like dating someone who looks great on a dating profile but shows up and only talks about their ex. That's joke 3. It's all promise, shaky delivery. This brings us to the resolution. Who is this controller for, if anyone? If you play only on PC using the RF dongle and your games don't rely heavily on precise face button inputs, it might be a passable choice. A very narrow use case. But for the vast majority of you looking for a true wireless workhorse for mobile and cloud gaming, the HyperX Clutch Wireless is a gamble you will likely lose. The latency, the button feel, and the awkward phone ergonomics create a trifecta of frustration. Therefore, my final verdict is clear. Don't buy the HyperX Clutch Wireless. Not new and certainly not refurbished. The problems are baked into the design, not a result of wear and tear. You deserve a controller that disappears in your hands, one that connects instantly and responds crisply, where the only thing you're fighting is the game, not your own hardware. For the same price or less, there are better, more focused options on the market. Controllers that do one or two things brilliantly instead of four things mediocrely. It's the jack of all trades, master of none, and in this case, the master part is really important. So what should you buy instead? I've done the research and testing. I've found controllers that solve every single one of these problems without breaking the bank. The link in the description goes directly to my top recommended alternative on Amazon. It's the one I use daily now, and the difference is night and day. No latency, incredible buttons, and actual comfort. You'll thank me later. Click that link for the best price and stop compromising your gaming experience. Consider it an intervention from a friend who doesn't want you to waste your money. And that's my final joke. I just saved you 40 bucks. You owe me a coffee. For the real solution, the link is in the description. Go get it.